My friends to get on. Is he on? Not yet.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir. She's been killing us the past 4 games. I don't know why that may play the game, honestly, because I'm sure she has no plays.
I'm getting rich. I don't think you want it.
Get rich.
Let's go.
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. My first NBA game.
Oh.
Something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
That is Chris.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark. Changes. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Johnson in for Luol Deng. And a moment happening right now, folks. And the fulfillment of a lifelong dream, a special individual taking to the hardwood as we'll get to watch the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
You know, and what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets.
And a momentous occasion, folks, as that basket represents the very first official NBA scoring tabulation from Freak.
You know, there we have it, the first taste of this young man's scoring prowess, showing he can handle NBA defense.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's the NBA that's going to have to show it can handle him, not the other way around. He's ready.
Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready. He's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Jefferson. And that one misses.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big 3 were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Dragic left side. It's deflected. Here's Freak. He's got 6. They set the screen. Knocks down the step back Jay. Freak's got 8.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And it's Dragic off the drive, and that one's good.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Johnson kicks to Winslow. He's looking for Richardson and finds him. After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33 and 49 just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
And he makes the first. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe, but he stays with it. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And he gets the bucket. And the Hornets lead by 3.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Let's take a look at some numbers for Lin. How he performed last season. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And those numbers solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Here's Dragic. Sweet little floater. Dragic has got 8 points.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Gadsden. Shot is no good, and it's Miami the other way. There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Winslow kicks to Johnson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
And it's tied up with that one. Clark, when you take a look at Joe Johnson, and if you were on a good team, a team that was contending for a championship, where ideally would you like him to be? Where would you slot him?
I'd put him in that first or second scoring role because he's so good and scores so effortlessly. And at some point, I think he's going to hoist that Larry O'Brien trophy.
Charlotte making a switch here. Batum's checked in.
And last year, the Hornets failed to achieve the same success as they had in 2014. Still, they played decent basketball against the rest of that Southeast division.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Feeds it to Richardson. Stoudemire, the screen. Shoots off the screen. Batum grabs the miss. As you said, the Hornets played solid against the Southeast Division, finished 4th in the division, but played 500 ball going 8 up and 8 down against the other 4 Southeast members, Clark.
Not too shabby considering how strong Atlanta and Washington were. In general, the Hornets played pretty tough against every team in the division and did the same in the conference, too. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Here's Gadsden. Dragic with some nice D. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Richardson for 3. Richardson missing again. Charlotte shooting has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Miami's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
The Heat have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
And Goran Dragic drops them both.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Heat out front. They lead by a bucket. After this break, we'll be back with the
What happened,
start
Sonia?
of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Sonia, what happened? Sonia.
Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, feeling's pretty crazy.
Sonia, what happened?
Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective from most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate?
Group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow. Comes in for Chris Bosh. Johnson, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Goran Dragic. We've got Johnson. Winslow is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Richardson. And it's Wade in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And it's Freak missing.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Richardson for 3. The shot is off. Excellent D that time from Freak. From deep. And it's Miami with the rebound.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Johnson the screen. Richardson dishes to Wade. Double team on Wade. Johnson wide open. And he fires. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. It's offline from half court.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And it's Johnson again missing.
Oh my God. Pay attention to the
Launches a 3, and he drills it. Beautiful release there from Freak. Freak's got 14 points.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another
Tell Daddy I said hi.
from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
They can't guard us on the
Daddy.
perimeter. It's Spread the floor,
Sonia.
isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
A look here at last year in the NBA where the Hornets ranked. First in fewest turnovers per game. 7th in blocks. And they were in the top 10 in opponents' points per game.
And I want to go back to that turnover ranking. Best in the NBA. That's a huge stat to look at when you talk about their ability to execute and the decision making. They don't beat themselves, and that's a big reason why they won as much as they did. And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
From deep three-point range, and another three for Charlotte.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well-versed he is as a coach.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, we know until last season the Heat had been the kings of the Southeast Division. They won 4 straight division titles. But all of that changed last season.
The Heat struggled in their own division last year, ended up 3rd in the group, but went a measly 6-10 in conference play.
And listen, they knew it was going to be difficult without LeBron, and especially with the injuries they faced. The Heat still have the most division titles among the Southeast teams with 7. They need to work hard, though, to add to that mark in coming years.
Takes the 3. Can't get it to go. Excellent D from Wade. Here's Richardson. A basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got his 5th assist in this one.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Here's Gadsden. No good on the 3. The Heat trail by 8. A clear look for Johnson. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Kid Gilchrist has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Now here's Freak. Richardson covered. And it's Freak missing. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the 2nd. Richardson, good. Richardson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the 3s in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
1:31 left here in the 2nd. Gadsden. And Winslow pulls it down. Winslow's got his 4th rebound in this one. Richardson with it. Out defended by Freak. Stoudemire kicks to Winslow. Expanding his range. Cannot hit. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line. In that time.
I had a chance to look at the stats for Joe Johnson. How he performed last season. Came in about 14 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, and I like what I'm seeing right now.
Down low, it's deflected. The dish to Freak. 44 seconds left in the first half. Richardson, good.
Richardson's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the 2nd.
Hornets leading by 7. Freak with it. He's got 20. 3-pointer. Joe Johnson pulls it in. Now here's Winslow. D right on him. And it's Johnson penetrating. Wade kicks to Winslow. Tries again. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
And that does it for the first half of play. Hornets lead by 7.
Thank you for watching my video.